Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Victoria 3. We're still playing as Mexico, going for Manifest Mexico. We have to, might as well have another look at our achievement. Manifest Mexico, somewhere down the hard achievements. I think, there we are. Size Mexico own the Pacific Coast, the Great Plains, and have a higher power rank than the US of A. The Pacific Coast unfortunately goes all the way up to Alaska, which means we're going to have to tussle with Russia and the Canucks at some point. But mostly want to beat up on the US of A. Now, nicely, at the end of last episode, the Brits rivaled the US of A. I don't know how we're going to use that yet, but I want to use that. I want to use that something fierce. We're almost back in the US of A's good graces after throwing that away with an attempted war on Honduras. But who's counting? Who's counting? Our market is still going on. We need all these things. Look at these things we need. And we have plans to deliver them. It's just science that's in the way as always. What do you want? I don't want to be in your customs union, Britain. I want to be in my own little market. I'm somewhat tempted to... No. Well, I'm tempted to plop down another port. But again, we are probably going to get the... Well, at some point we're going to get the next upgrade reports with steamers and all that. And then things shouldn't be as bad. How do we still need 1 million porcelain when we just generated a ton of luxury items? Do we not still have extra... We don't. We almost don't have extra clothing anymore. Crazy, okay? Never mind. More luxury is demanded. As is more tobacco. Or more intoxicant in general. Gotta ignore the coal. But with there being a need for porcelain and for more glass, although we're kind of fixing the need for glass because people are eating chairs instead. Is that right? Household items? Yeah. So maybe that's not of the highest relevance. Luxury clothing seems tough to do because now clothing and chairs are positive. Oh, I confused the two. Chairs are what we still have a lot of. So upgrading the others seems kind of weak. Didn't want to do steel because we have technology to do that. Didn't want to do grain because we're working technology to do that. Do still want to do groceries and... Don't know, wood seems kind of fine. There's one more wood thing coming up. There's 2 more dye places coming up. I think we're good on that. I think we go for more food and thereby liquor, which would also help with our intoxicant needs. We're just, our country is doing too well. We need to do something to annoy people. I don't want to annoy people, clearly. But we have a lot of leeway to do things that annoy people with this few radicals and this many loyalists. Things are looking quite up and up. I mean, to be fair, we're asking almost no taxes. Out of interest, if I were to go up in government wages, it would cost me 5k. We could even do that. I don't want to do that. We could do that. Which seems crazy to me, because usually government wages are a thing I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. 2 food factories coming up, 1 more dye thing coming up. Actually kind of feels like we have things almost in hand. Which is nuts. A lot of things waiting for technological changes. Do I actually want another engine factory? And they're selling like hotcakes right now. Which is apparently a good thing. We still have this rail transportation quest even though we don't want to use it. Which makes it questionable. Ooh, what can we do here? All right, that's the explosive production. We want that soon. 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 Could actually just build these arts academies for the quest. Feels weird. They don't do anything, right? They just produce a little bit of fine art, which stands in for some services, but not like super well. Doesn't make tons of money. And maybe there's like a ton of positive events associated with it or anything, but now if we go to, say, this screen again, it just kinda tell me about infrastructure, but not really. Somewhat running low on infrastructure in Mexico, not really, but kinda, so maybe we could have some railway there. We are out of infrastructure in Barrio. That is not what I meant to do. Let's not build an arms factory. Although maybe that's something we should be doing at some point. But what I want to be doing is go to Barrio and have railway there. And then I actually do think it's more universities. I put that off a little bit. Oh, crooked connections. The Catholic Church, dishonest methods. Gets to -8, which I don't think is rebellious yet. So do it. I had a thing in mind. Buildings, urban, university, Jalisco? I mean, it's gonna be the industrial capital of the world. Industrial? Intellectual is what I meant to say. Industrial, not so much. Not so much. Country subjugated. Oman became a Russian protectorate. Oh, what's this play then? What's all this then, Britain? What? What? The Mosquito Kingdom. So there's a revolution brewing between revolutionary Mesquita and the Brits. And that's somehow in Honduras? Oh, that's you. Okay. It's not actually in Honduras. It's there. Don't give a hoot. So Honduras obviously doesn't like us anymore ever since we asked them kindly to join our country. They're antagonistic. Natural enemy. Militarily threatening. What? In theory, we could do things like try to make people into protectorates and all that. I don't know if they would, but just a minor power. They probably just wouldn't. But maybe that's a way to expand. Ooh, no more gold, or less gold in California A. Does less gold mean no gold? That is none gold. We suddenly have 100,000 unemployed peasants. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What do we give California A as a new industry? What do we do with all these peasants? There's sulfur, iron, fish. We could build gold mines. Wait, do they get? I don't even know if they get depleted. We saw gold fields get depleted. I don't know about mines. And maybe just printing money is good. It's not like money has been a huge deal for us at all. But I mean, the idea is somewhat tempting. So gold mines are an option. Sure, logging camps, iron mines, sulfur mines are all something. Cotton plantations are interesting because I think we're still importing 1 million fabric from the US of A. Yep. 1.37k fabric. So there's a lot of room for cotton production in our country, actually. And we could just have California A be that place. This might be utterly daft. It's totally possible that the right thing to do is just make gold mines. Oof. But it feels wrong. Just doesn't feel right to build our country on the back of gold mines, so I won't. But there's definitely a good chance that it's the right play. Barrio at 99%. Did we build your railway? I feel like Barrio has a railway. No, we're building one. Okay. It's all good, all according to plan. Can I please have public schools? Maybe just be gold mines. Bonus prestige from random technology. Fine. Unproductive trade route importing grain and sugar. Wait, exporting sugar manually. I think I knew that. How's sugar looking at the market? Sugar. There it is. We're lacking 76 and the trade route is only doing 15, so it's an easy cancellation of the selling trade route. And ooh, grain. Look at that grain being almost okay. Crazily. Porcelain, not so much. It's not okay. Okay, we need more luxury goods production. So cancel that sugar route. I mean, cancel that grain route too. They're not really relevant routes. I do wonder. Discord within the landowners. Yeah. I mean, they're both good. Not sure I chose the right one, but I chose a good one. Maybe we're supposed to build those gold mines. It just doesn't feel right. Infrastructure usage is 0 right now, well, duh, because everybody's unemployed. But once we get some industry going in California, that's gonna change. Migration attraction, gold mines depleted, migration attraction down. Agriculture throughput boost. Oh, plus 20% logging boost. I didn't realize there were these, I mean, I knew there were local modifiers, but I never really looked at them. Agriculture throughput and logging throughput. Okay. Public schools. Nice. Oh, this will radicalize the church? We kind of planned for that not to be the case, but I guess I annoyed the church on the way. Not great. Don't love having radicals in government. Don't actually know what that does, but I don't love it. Politics. Maybe there's something we can do that they like to stop them from being radical. That's still something that we want. I mean, charity hospitals. I just don't like giving them power. We can have a look, right? There's a screen where we can just go overview. You're not radicalized at all. You're unhappy. It's fine. It's fine. Freaking conservatives. Alright. Did that allow us extra? Do we have extra education institution? Yes and no. We can invest in that. I think. I didn't do that before because it was helping the Catholics. But now we can, and I want to. I still don't quite know what education does. I mean, it gives us technology spread, which is good. And I think it gives us an increased cap of innovation, but we're not even close to capping on that. Because of, we have been building a bunch of universities, but we have not been building that many universities. Revolutionary Costa Rica is buying our engines. Here comes science. I forgot what we're doing. Improve fertilizer. Right. So we're going to suddenly swim in grain, I think. We do have a huge grain import route, though, don't we? Yeah, we can end that, and should we end up actually swimming in grain? Here's improved fertilizers. Now I'm looking for dynamite. And rubber and all the things. Unproductive trade route. It's already unproductive to import grain. But I think in a moment it would look a lot, quote unquote, worse. We set these maize farms to use real fertilizers. 1.16k more grain. And 290 more fertilizers. Okay, maybe do that step by step. How much extra fertilizer do we have? We have 46 extra fertilizer right now. And we have no lack of grain, but again, trading. So I think I want to go ahead and do this for some farms. Now if we do Bajío, it's probably still tons. 100 fertilizer, yeah. So let's not do Bajío. Let's not do Bajío. What about... Guatemala is also 10. I guess we do a bunch of the smaller ones then. So take us... And you should put fertilizer usage to about even. It does. And then grain imports from Russia can be stopped. Tobacco imports are also unproductive because... Are we good on intoxicants then? No. But apparently good enough on intoxicants. Well, let's stop that. We may end up accidentally cancelling all our British import routes, which would be bad. Oh, we have extra dye. That's not quite great. Well, it kinda is, actually. 150 extra dye. We can use that to make more porcelain, I think, right? Yeah, just yoink. Porcelain. Very nice. What else did we unlock with the extra fertilizers technology? Better fertilizers and chemical plants, and then tons to just all the farms. Okay. So chemical plants, you could have improved fertilizers, which means you use iron, which is fine, to make 50 more fertilizer, which should mean that we can have another bunch of farms set to using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms on better fertilizer usage. Now, I think the extra grain is gonna be eaten by people who want to eat fish right now. That's a lot of extra grain. And or the import routes should go down. So things should balance themselves out in that regard. One would think. One would think. Okay, how are we doing on iron? 177 extra. Oh, because we're not building enough. Right. Do I want to go and have even more cotton production in California A? Or do I want something else in California A? I kind of like getting less dependent on the Americans. And I also like the idea of having the peasants in California giving them something to do. So maybe that's fine. Iron. Iron is at minus 19. Okay. So we do still need that dynamite. We're also looking for even more fertilizer. Because, yeah, right now grain is balanced. But we still have the imports that we kind of like to get rid of. And yeah, see, we're already negative again. Also negative on dye now. Okay. And we also need explosives soon. So chemical plant. Chemical plant. There you are. Be more of you. The cotton farms of California. Job creators. But hey, more investment pool money is more money. Because that's what we lack. Money. Oh, we actually drained the investment pool. I guess we've been building a lot of farms and stuff. So it makes some amount of sense. Cotton. It's something in mind that was lacking. And of course, grain. That's actually quite impressive that we're down on grain again after having all that extra grain. But I guess we had a lot of use for food. Okay, dyes are back to being positive. Actually have extra lead, extra paper. I think we go ahead and have a university somewhere. Freedom of thought. Level 3 Arts Academy. I mean, maybe? What about this? Government Administration level 10. And we need standardized filing system a lot. Maybe? I'm just gonna go full Arts Academy. It's like the gold mine I think would be right to build and I don't like it. And the Arts Academy feels wrong to build, but I like it. So that's why we're doing it. And yes, eventually we're gonna have to build an arms industry. And eventually we're gonna have to build barracks and stuff. But today is still not that day. Services are in quite high demand. Which requires, I think, steel frame buildings for us to actually fix. Food industry, so much lacking porcelain. Is somebody buying our porcelain? No, it's just being eaten. These pops are so needy. More food. Speaking of needy pops. Let's do one more glassworks for the porcelain. And keep things rolling. And yes, I would like to have even more universities too. Maybe we might be getting to the point where we want even more construction sectors actually. once again making money while building. We are no longer paying off the freaking southerners. I guess that's maybe why we're sometimes making money while building. But we're also still at essentially no taxes. And people are super happy. So we could probably easily go up taxes, make a bunch more money, and pay for the extra construction sectors. And clearly, construction is just never over. It's just always more. Does Costa Rica improving relations? Whatever. I'm gonna run 2 more construction sectors. Do we actually want them in Mexico? Do they have throughput bonus? No, I think they just give a bonus to the state they're in. So if we're building stuff in Mexico, we're better at it because that's where all the construction sectors are. But maybe we're actually better off building construction sectors elsewhere. Because of the actual lack of people in Mexico. I mean, we don't lack, we still have most of our people in Mexico. But see, we could have some construction sectors in California, eh? And use the peasants there and keep some for ourselves in Mexico. It seems reasonable. Somewhat tempted to go speed 5, but I really probably shouldn't. What do we need for a better health system than charity hospitals? What do we need for public health insurance? Everybody likes it, but we don't know pharmaceuticals. Same here. Okay. Just next technology. And if we were to go for women's suffrage, which would be great. Catholics hate it, and they're quite powerful, actually. We need to drop the power of the Catholics in our country. We might be able to do something about that, don't we? Isn't there a button? Less Catholics, please button. Oh, we actually have things we can do to the Arts Academy? Could make realist art. Realist. One more paper making one more fine art? That's just good. But not what I was looking for. Secular administration. Costs us a tiny bit of money. It's going to peeve off a lot of clergymen. But we're going to have fewer clergymen in the country. Which should reduce the power of the clergy. I think we'll do that. Let's go for secularity here. And some are making tons of money, but that's probably because of investment pool. Now we could also have secular academia, which kind of does the same thing. So let's. I don't know if that's going to lead to a staffing problem. Doesn't seem to be. Nice. Chemical plant not doing so well. Do we now have extra fertilizer? We probably do, because we built another chemical plant. 61 extra fertilizer. Let's turn that into more food. How did I say 60? I'm tempted to upgrade Bajío. It's essentially the only place left, Bajío or California. Let's do Bajío. And queue another round of fertilizer production. We have a 3 chemical plant piece. Because now we're negative on fertilizers again. Okay. Construction sector is coming in. Industrial boom. Sure. Keep boosting those industries. Why not? And not enough industry. Do I want even more construction sector? So that's something I'm looking to have. Seems kinda greedy. And I mean, you know me, I like greedy. Greed is good. Oh, we're not remotely producing enough sugar anymore. So, sugar farms. Oh, sugar. Where are my sugar farms at? Sugar plantations. In a bunch of places, apparently. Now, Guatemala, I know, is out of people. 0 peasants. Oaxaca has very few peasants. Guerrero has 17,000 and Yucatan has 84,000. So let's go to Yucatan and build 2 rounds of sugar. Freedom of thought successfully completed. Nice. We get the new quest either way. We can have either science or arts throughput. I'm going to take science, because science seems relevant. Arts does not. What's the new Colossus then? Oh, we need no migration controls. I mean, we essentially already have no migration controls, but I mean, sure. Mexican building arts level 5 with realist art? Not sure I want that very much. This, I mean, what does it even take to go for no migration controls? Again, it doesn't really make any difference. But the petite bourgeoisie hate it. I mean, they're petite, so maybe it's fine to do anyway. The reason we can't do it is because nobody in government cares for it. Maybe after our election we have somebody in our government that cares for it. We'll see. Most of these quests don't do enough that they're really worth shooting for. Importing grain from the Brits is unproductive. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Getting to a point where we're really not importing much anymore from the Brits. Could grab a bunch of wood. Which we do still need a bunch of, right? Yeah. Let's do that. Make the Brits happy, make some money. And this doesn't seem to be going up as fast as I would like it to, but I mean, I guess they need to be hiring labor. And labor is not trivial to come by. Still have, infinite tools and infinite furniture. So we'd really be looking to use more tools. Ideally in steel production, luxury furniture production. I don't think we can. I think we already checked on that. Can make more alcohol. For more glass. Which is not what we mean. We can turn iron into steel more efficiently, which we want, but it's also not helping with the actual problem. Ooh, could have the Arts Academy be differently patronized. Academics instead of aristocrats. I mean, I like it. I don't know why that saves money. Capitalists instead of aristocrats. I think I'm gonna go independent. There. We like that anyway. Again, not that it does much. We're just shifting pops around a little in our country. Arms industries. Eventually. What do you need for like ammunition plants and stuff? Do we not have? Oh, we don't even have the technology. Okay. Power, we also don't have the technology. So tools, kinda hard to use right now. Well, we could have all these farms on harvesting tools. But the only place where that matters is Guatemala, I think, and it already has harvesting tools. because it's where we're saving on people. Oh, this is kaboom. Railway. Banana plantations. Yeah. We just have extra tools right now. But we'll find some way to use them. I'm positive on that. I'm also positive on money, which is... Whoa. Oh, that's investment pool transfer. Oh, wasn't it? Did we use it up before? Huh. We just seem to have a lot. We're getting 24.8k and it's still rising. That is also kind of crazy. Alright. Kinda makes me feel like we actually go even hammer. Yes, hammer. It's a word now. On the construction sector. Even more ham. That's what I should be saying. But hammer is just such a nice word. Let's go 2 more. Just had the transition. Gantry cranes. Oh, we don't have gantry cranes yet, but we can get them next. So that's also kind of nice. Do we have a bunch of boats available? We do not. We do not. Okay, what's our science? Oh yeah, dynamite. It's gonna be good. Once we have the extra fertilizer. We already have some extra fertilizer, actually. Not quite sure why. Maybe it hadn't been fully hired, fully staffed yet. But when we go into explosives production, the amount of fertilizer we have is going to drop significantly. We need more luxury goods. One of these needs to be generated. And I think it has to be porcelain. But we also have extra glass. Yeah, it's kind of funny. All the luxury goods that we can produce come with a household good as a second, or as a primary good. So which, don't talk and not build. And thereby whichever one we increase, we also increase a household good that we don't currently need more of. Are we actually going to get 126 coal out of upgrading to dynamite? Or am I supposed to upgrade the coal mines as they are, or build new ones probably? If you were on dynamite, you'd have way more coal. Okay. I don't like doing nitroglycerin because it kills people. Where we have a lot of people, we still don't need to be going around killing people, do we? Okay, so it's food industries still. And it might just be cotton. I mean, surely we're swimming in fabric. We are. But also surely we're still importing a bunch of fabric. Not as much anymore. Good. So we're dropping our dependency on the US of A. They aren't getting it from our own country, which seems to be better for us. Let's have even more cotton in California. Eh? That seems fine. And let's put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, please do so down there in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.